is okay. Please let me know if things are still messed up. Then actually, I don't know what to do to fix it. 'Cause I just reverted back to yesterday's settings instead of trying things. That I guess sure showed me don't fix things on the fly when it's the last day of your Epicenter casting. But either way, it is going to be the Templar Assassin. You guys didn't miss all that much, and then the Silencer pick up for Alliance. And that is definitely an interesting one as well. A hero that can kind of contribute to the catch of the Nature's Prophet, but is still going to have a decent matchup versus that Templar Assassin, but is very, very gankable. Now, Silencer is probably going to have a decent amount of help from this Ogre Magi as well. Just sitting in his lane, trying to drive away the Templar Assassin. And TA doesn't really have enough damage to drive away the Ogre Magi in a timely fashion, but TA with the Spirit Breaker roam in with the Nature's Prophet. Option for a TP as well. Silencer you would expect to have a little bit of a rough time in the early mid stages unless the Ogre Magi gives him a huge advantage. And that may just be what's going to happen, just because Ignite versus Templar Assassin, just the right clicks, just being able to manhandle her. It is definitely possible that we see something like that happen in mid. Empire looking for their safe lane right now. What's it going to be? Alliance taking their sweet time for sure. Empire already have the building hitters in the Templar Assassin and the Nature's Prophet. And well, it doesn't seem like they really can get all that much out of this last pick. Probably just looking for a good matchup here. You know you're going up against the Magnus, so you don't really have to work all too hard to make sure that the matchup is good in that regard. It is going to be the Lycan banned out. That push power for sure would have been a threat.
10 seconds remaining.
But honestly, Empire can get so much damage out of so many heroes that this last ban, it almost seems like it's a non-factor here for Alliance. Sure, Empire would have liked to pick that hero up, but they can still get any other hero with the Warlock support and have a good matchup versus the Magnus and still be able to do that damage towards its towers. It's really not that hard. Alliance, though, they're going to go ahead and pick up a Dazzle last. A little bit of safety now between the Dazzle and the Silencer. A good amount of safety being given over towards that Juggernaut. This is kind of a risky way to play this game, though, Alliance. Putting a lot of chips into this Juggernaut and this Silencer. Both of whom have, I mean, I guess the Juggernaut has a almost guaranteed time, but the Silencer is such a risky hero to be playing up against what Empire have in this matchup. I'm not entirely convinced that this is the right way to go. Empire, they're going to go ahead and pick up the Spectre. This is definitely not a hero for pushing, but it is a hero with Nature's Prophet and Spirit Breaker to apply pressure. And yeah, it is kind of weird for me to say, yeah, Spectre is going to be that mid-game pressure hero. He's also going to be that hard carry if it really does come to it, but man fighting a Juggernaut, not really going to be what Chappie's looking to do. Really does want to just get on top of the Silencer and the Dazzle, make sure that their team fight is going to be really rough. And that is pretty much how I would imagine this game is going to go down. Alliance are going to try to get this Juggernaut off to a really good start. And depending on how good that start is, they'll fare a little bit better, a little bit worse come the mid and late game. Although I do think that the amount of pressure that Empire can apply to Alliance is just so much greater than the defensive power of Alliance. And therefore I'm a little bit concerned for how this Alliance draft is going to perform. It doesn't seem like they can be assertive enough. Like, Silencer is not going to be a hero like Puck, who is able to go around and make action happen. Juggernaut is powerful, but he's not like a Terrorblade where he can just rotate around and take all your towers. They have no Lina on their end, another rotator or clockwork who could do very much so the same thing. And you look at Team Empire's side, and it's like, well, they have a freaking Spirit Breakers, so you know that's covered. They have a Nature's Prophet to add on top of that. They have all these aggressive heroes. And Alliance's defensive rotations are good to save heroes, for sure. Like EGM just teleporting in for a Grave and a heal. It's quite nice. But as far as actually turning things around for a decent team fight, that'll require the Global Silence be used, the Magnus to have a Blink Skewer and or an RP committed in that engagement. That is an expensive cost there. But either way, Alliance still going to stick with it. They're going to put Houndskin on his Ogre Magi, Orb of Venom first. It is time to smork things. EGM on the Dazzle. Both filling up towards top right now. Limp is going to be handling the Silencer over in mid. At least standing in mid right now. It is going to be Loda and... Ooh, Jonas on bottom lane as Magnus. Yeah, Loda should be not in mid. It should be Limp in mid. And on the Empire side, FN is on the Templar Assassin Miposhka. On the Spirit Breaker, yeah, Ghost Stick handling the Nature's Prophet, and I'm interested to see how successful he's going to be. Chappie on the Spectre, that leaves King R on the Warlock. Like I said earlier, like I've seen so many games where Nature's Prophet just gets absolutely dumpstered. It's not even close. Like he just goes into lane, dies, and then respawns, teleports in, and then dies again. Hanskin versus Miposhka and King R. The body blocks of Miposhka specifically, he's going to get into the trees and block him off, and now more body blocks incoming with the treants. I don't think you can form a tight wall here, but still, they'll do so much damage to this Ogre Magi. 8 armor, stout shield, not enough. And now the charge is in onto EGM. Miposhka is going to look for even more damage value here. There won't be a kill since they don't have a Greater Bash. Loda will drive them away. That is going to be a nice first blood here. Picked up by Pyre, and Ghost Stick is just going to go into the lane. They had a complete swap up after seeing the lanes. Chappie, the Spectre, now soloing the bottom lane. Does have the poor man shield versus Magnus, and you would expect is going to be just fine. Especially if he has a little bit of help here, yeah. I didn't expect them to have a full defensive trialing with Nature's Prophet. That is like the best way to lose a lane. Not because it's particularly weak, but because it just it just doesn't do anything. Like you can't play aggressively, you can't play defensively. You really don't have much game there at all. And I would expect the Spirit Breaker to pressure when he can, but overall would expect to leave the lane. Sal forced out really early on. Now this is something that the Silencer does have in his advantage. He has massive, massive range over the Templar Assassin, and he does have this. Ogre Magi sitting up on the cliff. FN she's going to be zoned out by Hanskin, if nothing else, but of course Limp. Poke in towards the CS, suddenly 2 glaives in your face. Things can get a little bit sticky for FN. It will get a lot easier, of course, as he picks up more levels, more range, more refraction. And he's still getting CS, but he's taking a lot of chip damage and not returning it in kind. Magnus versus Spectre matchup should be a perfectly boring lane on the bottom. And Magnus just gonna, only really have the kill power of Skewer into the tower. And as long as Chappie doesn't push this lane out too much, and he shouldn't since there's Empower on Jonas Fan, who should be pushing it back towards the Dire, then the Spectre's just not going to die unless the Ogre makes a rotation, and the Spectre is really dumb about it. Even with an Ogre rotation, Spectre shouldn't die. And if you have a Warlock in the area as well, just with that level 1 heal, you pretty much guarantee the safety of your Spectre. Full dual lanes for Empire, certainly not going to go unpunished just yet. Limp, oof, going to take a big hit there from FN, but is actually taking a lot of creep damage here. Limp's got to watch out. I mean, it looked pretty good for him, but FN is going to spill the Psy Blades over onto the Silencer, canceling the salve. Hanskin will once again return and drive FN away, but that is going to be a big play to keep this lane a little bit more at parity. Poshka up towards top lane, just messing with this pull from the Dazzle. He's going to take a Shockwave for his troubles. I don't know how these Satyr Shockwaves work. I thought I knew. I thought it was 3 heroes and it will Shockwave, but 3 units? I thought it was 3 heroes and it was Shockwave. It's 3 units for the Centaur and the Hellbear, and then they clap. But man, every single time I see it, I'm like, I have no idea why he used that Shockwave. There were not 3 heroes there. Maybe I'm just fundamentally wrong. Now, as great as Spirit Breaker is versus the Silencer over in the mid lane, it is really hard to 2v2 over in mid. You do have to commit Ghost Stick to that as well, give yourself that number advantage. The Nature's Prophet and his Treants won't really do all that much to help out, and King R obviously is the Warlock. Can't really do too much to help out in that regard either. Right now, Miposhka's kind of stuck on top lane. Oh, speaking of Nature's Prophet, TP out, and get the charge in onto the Juggernaut. Miposhka can pick up Man Fight with the Jug. Not really sure if I like that. It's a level 1 versus level 3 hero. That alone is not... And it's a 2v1. That doesn't exactly help either. TA is going to go to the jungle, try to accelerate. Again, CS-wise, FN hasn't been doing a bad job. But just taking a lot of chip damage Shrine 1 already used. Shrine 2 still active. But FN doesn't really have that much juice. This leaves Limp free over in mid. And this may set up for a potential kill for Empire, actually. Like, just knowing that Limp is going to be kind of AFK in the mid and maybe a little bit complacent, especially with the lack of Ogre Magi help, might set up Empire with a little bit of a situation over in mid where they can make use of play, and Hanskin won't be there. But Hanskin still is here. Just not seeing anyone over in mid is still going to offer that silencer, that additional bit of protection. Not going to matter right now since Empire weren't making that move either way. But yeah, still very safe play from Alliance, and it's a good priority for them. Like, this Loda Juggernaut doesn't really need all that much help up towards top lane. Ghost Sticks lane is kind of safe-ish until there's an Omni Slash. So if your Juggernaut's fine, and then you just got to guarantee the silencer. Again, they're putting a lot of these eggs into the Juggernaut basket. They can split the difference between him as well as the silencer. It's going to be a big difference. Ooh, Greater Bash is up. Big melt hit is there. They're going to try to turn around and dump our Assassin Hanskin. He'll just dump his mana pool and then shortly die afterwards. Ghost Stick has arrived. Took the Sprout onto Limp. Treants in front, plus the Greater Bash in, and a lucky proc. Now the big melt hit. Well, EGM's going to come in, but he doesn't have a Grave. He's not using it. He doesn't have mana for it. Oh no, that's not the defensive rotation they were looking for. Dazzle level 4 is so powerful in his ability to save allies at this stage, only 6 minutes in. He's such a high level. But only if you have mana. Only if you have mana. FN getting 2 of those assists. Who got those kills? It was both Spirit. Okay, it was 1 Ghost Stick, 1 Miposhka. Sharing the love. And that's the threat. That is the threat. You're up against Empire. You show 1 hero out of position, and you're going to be taken down so extremely quickly with the charge and the teleport in. And it's even going to get a little bit worse in the near future as Chappie is going to pick up level 6. Not off of that creep, but off of this one. So a level 6 Spectre to jump into the fray as well. And then again, the question is, what sort of defensive answers do Alliance have? Even if the Dazzle came in there with the Grave, there was a chance that Empire still dive in and get the kill anyway. And even if he doesn't come in with the Grave, it's still going. If he does come in with the Grave, it's still Empire, you know, taking down that that Ogre Magi for free, just being out of position.
Dire's top tower.
EGM is guaranteeing Loda a very nice lane up towards top where he is free farming. That farm is being evenly split with the Spectre over in bottom. FN got another double damage rune. Are you kidding me, man? Blightstone, he'll tear through this stack of Ancients. Getting assists, getting heals from the Warlock, getting a hell of a lot of gold, is now looking at level 7. And they're looking at EGM. Looking for that bash. Chappie's going to teleport in. EGM is... What the hell did that much damage? Oh, the dagger was held all that time. Like, how did he just lose all his HP in that one hit? Okay, well, yeah, Dazzle's dead. And now Limp is dead as well, it seems. Treants in the front. And the Wrath of Nature to bounce through. TP rotations coming in, or just rotations coming in. Hanskin and Jonas Fan looking for Miposhka in exchange. Will kill off the Spirit Breaker. But it's a small price to pay for Team Empire, as they're able to lock down the mid lane, get a free pick off on the Dazzle. These Observe rewards for Empire, not the most extensive vision in the world, but just giving them a handful of opportunities to get these free pickoffs.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And this is the offensive power of Empire's draft. We can see the lack of defensive power from the Alliance side. I do like, though, that movement from Jonas Fan. As soon as you see the Haunt, immediately the Magnus is out on the field wherever the Spectre is going to relocate towards. Ultimately, mate, the bottom lane is kind of empty for both sides, though. It's still Spectre getting herself a kill. That kill secure with the Spectral Dagger. And is looking for a pretty heavy set of early game items. Phase Boots, Poor Man Shield. I say Poor Man Shield necessity. Phase Boots and now this urn is kind of optional given how this game is going. Oh, EGM, not like this. Miposhka is just going to land 1 hit and then run away. It's not about getting the kill, it's about sending a message. And that was definitely a message received. Oh god, that's some bullshit, man. Like, that didn't really matter. Like, him getting bashed or not getting bashed wouldn't have made a difference since there wasn't really a great kill opportunity anywhere. But, like, how is that a thing, man? Like, how is that really a thing that happens? I don't know. Legion Prophet is level 7 at this stage. He is starting to drastically increase his kill power. He also is going for a very early game at base build in the phase and the drums. Helping that chase power for the team once you pop that drum. Nothing can really escape you. Oh, this is brave from Miposhka. He's not canceling it either. There are creeps here. Haunt coming in from Chappie. Loda looking to spin his way out of here, but gets blocked by the Sprout. EGM's going to arrive with the Grave. Loda, still at 1 HP, is going to survive. Now the turnaround onto the Nature's Prophet. Ignited up. Ghost Stick, though, very fast. Fairly tanky with the Bracer, and is going to back off. Should be just fine. I don't think this damage is going to be enough. Nowhere really near. They do save Loda, though, force everyone and their mom towards this bottom lane. That leaves FN to shove in towards mid. And with the Shrine there, Empire are going to say, okay, you got us. We didn't get the kill. We got the farm. We forced the rotations, and we spent only a haunt for it. The lack of... oh, no, not Limp. Ghost Stick's going to come in. This duo of Ghost Stick and Miposhka has been absolutely backbreaking. Treants, 4-point round. He gets knocked out of it by Miposhka, but still, he's not going to find safety in that corner, nor will Loda. Teleported in and gets demolished by FN. Miposhka is a little bit trapped here. Only a little bit, but he has a charge out soon and a target to charge to in EGM. Look at that one shot from FN. A meld shot will just kill him right now if FN lands it. Boom. And the charge, ooh, canceled by Miposhka. Didn't expect the second target to be there, perhaps. And Empire are going to play it fairly cautiously and settle for 3 kills instead of 4. Not going to dive a tier 2 Ogre Magi. Could have definitely gotten that kill, I think, if Miposhka didn't kind of panic cancel at the last moment.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Oh no, Youngston Fan and teleport in, so is the Dazzle. This is going to drive away King R and FN, but it's FN playing very aggressively now. Templar Assassin. It's got Desolator build up on the way. Chappie a little bit quiet. Can't really do that much as a Spectre after your Haunt has been expended. But still will get this tower with a little bit of shove power. Ghost Stick doing most of the work from earlier. Looking at a Hand of Midas now, and it will be a Yasha Manta style build up, it looks like, for the Spectre. Gonna waste no time going for that kill build on the Empire side. The Loda as farmed as he may be, just cannot pick a fight with the TA. Miposhka gonna absorb an entire Omnislash and I'll freeze. Miposhka gonna land a charge and will actually drive the Juggernaut away. Shockwave will miss. Oh, Miposhka with the jukes. Are you serious? Okay, no, that was not a juke. He just like walked into the trees and then walked straight back into the Magnus. So that was not how that was supposed to go. But hey, it's only a Spirit Breaker kill. He's the only one who's died. No pressure towards FN. No pressure towards the Spectre. And Ghost Stick's been the one killing everyone. So, yeah, Alliance are getting kills, but it does seem like they're getting, like, the worst type of kills. Just random pickoffs on random roaming supports. Not even with the Silencer in the area. Take the intelligence away from the Spirit Breaker, and you may find yourself with the drastic advantage. He wasn't even in the area. And we've seen this game state before whenever a single really heavy core needs to get farm but isn't able to get farm. Typically this game turns out to be that whatever team is running that, kind of 5-man farming. Because they know that if they are out about on the map alone, then they just die. And we can already kind of see that being built up here. EGM and Hanskin trailing Loda. Loda's personal handmaidens. And Limp is, you know, in arm's reach as well, but Alliance are 5 mana across the map. To their credit, they do have a Blink Dagger on the Magnus, so, you know, if shit is really going to hit the fan, then they'll have an RP as an answer. But, man, that's just not good enough, man. You're going to get 1 lane or 1 camp worth of farm at a time, and Loda, though he may be able to get that acceleration, won't be able to out-carry up against literally the entire side. The tower's already going to be traded, so, you know, you commit all these heroes up towards top lane, you damn well better get that tower. And they will, I guess. But this is not even going to be a winning gold exchange for Alliance, since, well, Hanskin's doing nothing, EGM's doing nothing. Youngston Fan is killing off a single camp. And Empire are like, yo, you can have that. We don't want that tower anyway. We want your towers. We don't care about our own. Empire are ready to go, but they're also ready to play this late game and just take advantage of this farm advantage that they're already working with. Do they both get bashed up to the high ground? I've never seen that before. Ghost ambush. Oh no, Ghost Stick. Your name doesn't help you here. So Alliance, they finally take down a tower, but at what cost? They fall behind in farm, and the bottom lane is getting actually wrecked here. There's one siege creep FN. I don't even know if he applied the Desolator effect, but I think he's applied it now at that point. Looks like it. Pretty sure he applied the Desolator effect. That'll be another tower picked off, and Limp, oh no, is in no man's land. Suddenly the gank squad is gonna roll in, and Silencer dead instant. The taunt from Ghost Stick. Standard Nature's Prophet plays right there. At least Silencer used his Hand of Midas, right? It could have been a lot worse, but bottom lane tower was taken down, and this past minute and a half, absolutely abysmal for the Alliance side. But what other option do they have? They just don't have the power to fight Empire right now. Ghost Stick looking for a Roche. Although Alliance will be right around the corner with the Blink Skewer, with the Blink RP. Will mean that it'll be really, really risky for Empire to do that. There's no real reason for them to do so. Blink Dagger now up on the Templar Assassin, so she is able to play that full assassin mode. Chaotic Offering on the Warlock. Up and has been up it for a long time now. He's going to get some help farming from his TA. Oh, no, that's true love right there. That's his Hand of Midas. Feels good, man. Friendship and farm sharing. They're going to look to make a skewer play up on Chappie up towards top. RP, skewer back into an Omni Slash. That should get the kill. The charge is coming in, and it'll bounce over to Aposhka. Chappie's going to go into the trees and they get the Spectre kill. That was only a level 1 ultimate from Loda. And now Ghost Stick is going to arrive. Aposhka takes a lot of damage here, but FN in the backside kills off Limp. Now looking for Loda. Healing Ward will drop, and they will be fine with the Juggernaut, but not as much so the Magnus. He'll fall. And Ghost Stick charging in, looking for more. EGM looking to sacrifice himself to get Loda some extra space, and mission success, I suppose. But FN still on the chase? No, he's not going to blink in any further than that. 2-12, and Empire are just destroying Alliance. This is what happened last time I watched Alliance 2. Well, last time I casted Alliance game. They just got absolutely destroyed. Maybe it's me. Maybe it's my fault. It might be. Or maybe they're just really, really outdrafted in this game. And again, that's what you kind of expect to run into. When you first phase the Magnus and the Ogre Magi, your game plan is so clear. You're going to be putting a lot of your eggs into this one basket. And if Empire can punish all your other empty baskets because they don't have any farm, I guess the kind of metaphor kind of falls apart a little bit. But you get the idea, guys. They're killing everyone. Juggernaut may or may not be getting farm. It really doesn't matter here for Empire. Even if Juggernaut found 20k lying around on the floor, or 2k rather. 20k might be enough to get them back into it. 2k lying on the floor, get them back to parity with the Templar Assassin. That would not be enough for Alliance to be in a winning position. Far, far from it. They need this other farm on these other heroes. Even with the Hand of Midas on Silencer, he's falling behind. Magnus going for one of his own, but it's going to be very, very late compared to his opponents. It's a Radiance build up instead for the Spectre. Guess he figured, hey, I can get a Yasha Manta style anytime I want, but I have a lot of gold right now, so I might as well pick up a relic. Double Midas for the Empire side. Plus the Solar Crest up on the Spirit Breaker soon. And even without the Solar Crest, just having that medallion extra armor may just end up saving his life versus the Juggernaut. And that was such a clutch charge up towards top lane. And Poshka's been on point with those charges. You know, Roche charge and the unlucky bash, that didn't count. Juggernaut with level 2 Omni should be a kill on a Spectre if that's this top lane scenario is going to happen again, or any similar scenario. Juggernaut has power, but no one else on Alliance really working with much. And I could show you everything that I'm saying with the push of the button. This right there, this right here, is pretty much everything that has been happening for Alliance. Nothing. Nothing but deaths. Nothing but falling behind in farm because they're forced to 5-man farm around Loda. And Empire, just with this game state, are winning. And it's not even like Empire are on a clock or anything like that. Like, as farmed as the Juggernaut may be, he can only farm so fast versus the full 5 of Empire, who are going to be farming faster. And they have a Spectre and a TA, so late game is, even with even farm, pretty much an even contest for Empire. And of course the farm is far from even. Actually, they may be just, they may have a stronger late game as well with the Nature's Prophet.
Radiant's top
The
tower
mobility
is
on
under
Empire
attack.
is huge here. I think their late game is actually better. Slightly better. These towers look pretty sick for the Radiant.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Unfortunately, they're not going to be able to look at them long because, well, Ghost Stick's just shoving it in top.
attack. Dire's structures
Orchid is
are
ready
fortified.
on the Courier, and unfortunately the Courier is nowhere nearby. Bottom lane tier 1 will fall,
Radiant's middle
but
tower
again,
is
the question
under
must be asked, at what cost?
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
FN tier 2, Ghost Stick takes a
Dire's
tier 2
bottom
as well,
tower is under attack.
and the gold lead, that red bar, it's creeping in on the green. There's a little bit of green left, and that represents about as much hope as Alliance have right now. But Empire, they're looking for some cheesy picks now. They present FN in the front. Bottom lane is still being pushed. Ghost Stick, he'll teleport back. Loda looking for opportunity. No, will just teleport back as well.
Radiant's top
Man,
tower
this
under
is like, this is rough to watch. Like, Alliance just have so little game here. Lead now 15k. I'm pretty sure if you have like a stop motion GIF animation of this bar, it's just, you know, if it was like this, it'll just be like straight to the left in one straight move with no bounce the other way. And oh, here comes some more gold for Empires. They drop the rock for the first time in this game. They'll slow down the Juggernaut in the gravy. That is upheaval. And kill off everyone in the backline in the meantime. This game is so over right now. 2-17. And they get wiped without doing any damage back to Empire.
tower is under attack.
Now, credits to Alliance. They're not giving up just yet, but Ghost Stick gonna celebrate. Taunt around the enemy base. You know, again, standard Nature's Prophet moves. Nothing wrong here.
Tower has fallen.
19, almost 20k with this Rax. It will be 21k, 21k in fact.
Has fallen.
That was the first ultimate that they've used.
Is under attack.
21 minutes in, which is usually really late for a Warlock ult. But they haven't needed it. Like, every single fight that has happened in this game has been Empire just raffle stomping Alliance, including that one.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
They take 2 racks, and Alliance now are just like, even like discounting all the farm disadvantage, even without all of that. They are 2 racks down, 22 minutes in, against a Spectre Nature's Prophet. How the hell are you supposed to win that game? Like, even if you're even farm, how are you supposed to win that game? Because you're not going to be getting any farm now from the mid lane and top lane. Those super creeps just don't give enough bounty. They're looking for FN, but he has a blink dagger and he's just going to get clean away. Loda charging in. Smoke is actually still held on him. Perfect distance away from Chappie. Treant Scout is going to see Loda, and that means Chappie is going to be more than willing to jump into the trees, although will get skewered back. There's the Omni Slash. No save from the charge in this time. And finally, Alliance get their dues. It's on Chappie. They just need like 15 more of those, and then the game will be almost close. Not even joking. Big smoke play from Alliance, but that's not going to help this top or mid situation, where the super melee creeps are going to be banging down the range racks, looking to make their range brothers a little bit more jacked.
Are under attack.
Oh, do it, range creeps. Earn your future. Charge is happening over in mid. Looks like push is going to cancel. Alliance are coming in hot, but look at these range creeps, man. They're just unstoppable. They want to be super-ified. They want to have a better, brighter future. That's the dream for all range creeps everywhere. And Alliance will put a quick end to that. But this is still such a troubling situation to be in. Are we in a position where Chappie can just jam his haunt and just get a free kill? Maybe not on Limp. He's gonna teleport out there. There's a level 10 Dazzle. It's actually not that bad for this state of the game, but he's got nothing. Haunt will fairly easily destroy EGM or force a grave on himself, and either way it's a win for the Spectre. Level 17. You know you're in a bad game when Limp is in a little bit of trouble here. Warlock Golem gonna drop onto 2. EGM demolished in the back end, as will Limp fall. And on Hanskin, the final one here. Ghost Stick still just taunting. Gonna jam out. Sour Please all up in this game. 320. This is the dream. Oh, the Desolator shots. So much damage with the Shrine. And I guess a couple of low ground misses there. FN's not going to do that much damage. Chappie takes a crit. That did pretty much nothing. What's your play, Alliance? Are you really going to try to defend this? Jump in. Hurricane Pike this time. Jonas fan actually going to go invis. Loda does not have that same luxury. Jump in. RP lands at the 2. Global Silence is going to drop as well, but they lose the Magnus with no follow-up. Omnislash is going to be there. Lots of damage towards FN, but he's standing strong with the Butterfly. Just not dying. 4-22 now. As Loda will try to spin to win, but up against a full health Spectre, that's not going to happen ever. They'll just focus on what matters, take Megas, almost Megas. Or the Catapult will take Megas for them. Empire have done it. There's a 0% chance that Alliance win this up against Mega Creeps. There you go. Ghost Stick giving me a teleport up there for good measure. I guess the dream has been achieved, but it was only for like 10 or like 2 seconds. Not even 10 seconds. Half a second maybe. This game. What more can I say about this game? It was a raffle stomp. Like, I don't have to, there's nothing more to say. There's just like, there's nothing else. Alliance had very little going their way the entire game. The best thing that happened was over in mid, where they were able to zone out FN, but they weren't able to keep her from CSing. She was taking a lot of damage as Templar Assassin over in mid, thanks to the harassment from the Silencer and the Ogre Magi. But harassment without kills, the fact that they couldn't stop her from clearing out stacks upon stacks upon stacks of Ancients. Just, what was going well for Alliance? I'm trying to think. Nothing really. Man, they're just not giving up. Really, really fighting hard here, this Alliance squad. Again, gotta hand it to them for their balls, but Jonas and Fan's balls might be cut off by the TA here. We'll survive. Hanskin, well, 2 shots, almost dead. And Ghost Stick with the Wrath of Nature gonna come in. Aang swoop in for the kill. Chappie with the Haunt is gonna clean house, clean up on aisle top. 3 down, buyback on Magnus. Are just not giving up, man. Like, they are manning the hell up in this game to very, very little end. Omnislash will clear the creep wave. Wow. And Loda will shortly die afterwards. GG is called. In this game, for the second series I get to cast Alliance, they get destroyed. First time was up against Navi. This is a little bit of a depressing game to watch. Like,